Now, this review originally aired on FightfulSelect.com early for subscribers. On FightfulSelect.com, I review Ring of Honor, Being the Elite, NWA content, Impact, Lucha Underground, talk about the injury report, and give you the rundown and backstage news all across wrestling. So subscribe. That is the most direct way to support Fightful.com. Check out Fightful Select. We have something there for everybody. Taguchi Japan defeated Jushin Thunder Liger, Tiger Mask, Volador Jr., and Soberano Jr. ACH put on a rugby outfit for comedic value, and Jushin Thunder Liger got his shine. Volador is such a star, but he looks more now without the hair, I think, and looks different than everyone. There's a wild abundance of talent in the ring for this, but it's a standard opener. Not that that's a bad thing. The wheelbarrow facebuster got the win for Taguchi Japan. And harmless. Bullet Club defeated Great Bash heel. That's Makabe and Hanma along with Kushida. You had Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Robbie Eagles with Taiji Ishimori and Jado. This was used to help establish Robbie Eagles, who is a new member of Bullet Club, now that Bullet Club has seen this big split. And a lot of American wrestling fans who don't keep up with New Japan outside of their major shows might be seeing him for the first time, but he's got some good, fast-paced, crisp offense, and I think that his addition to Bullet Club is a good one. It's a nice contrast. He doesn't work like a lot of other people, except for maybe Ishimori, and they could stand to have another one of those. Kushida reverses a gun stun into a hoverboard lock, but gets cracked with a Jado kendo stick and an Ishimori crutch. Tonga wins with a stun gun, and the build for BCOG continues again because now that you have this split, you have these guys who are not in Bullet Club, who have been important. Cody, Omega, Hangman, Skrull, but the Bucks, most importantly, you have to really reestablish this team, this brand, and make them important and make them special. And I thought this was a big match to do that. And I think Tama Tonga is an interesting way to kind of help establish that because he is a very vocal guy. He's a very outspoken guy. Switchblade Jay White is a good addition. Robbie Eagles helps support the undercard of that, essentially. And you have Jado and Gato in there. So, yeah, I mean, you've kind of replenished Bullet Club with something they haven't done before. It is kind of NWO-ish with Bischoff involved, though. This was just a mid-match, though. Chaos's Okada and Beretta defeated Bullet Club's Bad Luck Fale and Switchblade Jay White in quick fashion. This was to further the storyline for Switchblade and Okada. It got Beretta a win. Bad Luck Fale, no pun intended, is bulletproof. Okada and White are outside battling while Fale beats the snot out of Beretta in the ring. But even though Geto distracts Okada, Beretta rolls up Fale and gets the win. This was a very quick match. Fale attacks after, but White and Okada are going at it hard. Pretty good brawl. Switchblade challenged Okada to a one-on-one match anytime. Looks like we're getting that at Wrestle Kingdom. A good match, at least from New Japan's perspective, to put on that show. If Switchblade Jay White can't have a slapper with Okada, he's not going to have slappers with anybody. And they think a lot of Switchblade, and that's who they're putting their eggs in his basket as well. And I think a lot of that Australia territory, too, especially this new regime, I'm told. Golden Lovers defeated Finlay and Tanahashi. This is a nice preview of the Wrestle Kingdom main event while keeping the Golden Lovers Association fresh in the mind of fans and seeing what Finlay can do with three top talents in New Japan. He more than held his own. From a physical perspective, you know, when you look at Finlay and you look at these other guys, it's one of these things that's is not like the other. But when you look at the in-ring work, that's not a concern. Had a great performance. He ate a really rapid spiked tombstone at one point that a lot of wrestlers wouldn't have been able to take as well. Tanahashi is looking more than ready for Wrestle Kingdom from a performance and physical perspective, and that's very, very promising as well. Golden Lovers get the win. This was a solid match. Super Junior Tag Tournament Finals. Roppongi 3K defeated Suzuki Gun and LIJs, Bushi, and Takagi. Roppongi 3K had become one of my favorite teams in the world to watch, but these teams were not on the same page at the start and had a lot to overcome. This match went a long time, and it got better as it went on, but it was a mess at the start and faced a tough recovery. Takagi was really the focal point of this match, as he should be, considering the push he's going to get. There were a few too many pins early on that were lazy for me to buy into. However, they really worked their asses off and got the crowd into it. Roppongi 3K are going to challenge for the titles, cut their promo afterwards. A solid match that got good and almost comical towards the end with all the kickouts, but I like that. It was comical in a good way. Like, okay, they're bringing this back. They're working hard. They're getting there. Never Openweight Championship. Man, did I hate this match. Hiroki Goto defeated Taichi to win the title. I'm not a Taichi fan, man. It seems like he doesn't give a shit about anything, and maybe that's his gimmick, but it's not a good look. Taichi suplexes Goto, and Goto is knocked out for like 5 or 6 minutes. And Taichi doesn't pin him because he doesn't care. Okay, man. The complete absence of logic in this. The fact that it wasn't thrown out or there was no pin. It definitely doesn't help the little amount that I care about watching Taichi matches already. They run this angle for like 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, dog. Then when Goto is awake and gets kicked in the head and pinned, he kicks out. So he's out cold for 6 minutes, wakes up. 6 minutes. That's coma territory. And then he kicks out. Completely took me out of the match, left me with a really cynical view of virtually everything I saw in the match at this point. That wasn't enough. The ref slow counted and slowed down his pins. That way they wouldn't botch the near fall. And New Japan refs are bad. Bad. By and large, bad. And they do this a lot. You got to stop it. Shoten Kai wins it. Outright bad story. At least the title is off Taichi. RPW Championship, Ishii defeated Minoru Suzuki. They hit each other a lot, really hard in the face, usually. Either this type of match is your thing or it's not. It's not always my thing. It's a couple guys trading strikes until one guy gets knocked down. You go back and forth. You call the next one. And then Ishii wins with the vertical drop brainbuster. The highlight of this really was Suzuki's glazed over look in his eyes as he's pinned. Chaos moved to 4-0 on the night after this win, but you'll find people who love this and will give this based on my scale 8s and 9s out of 10. It's not for me. It is for some people, and it is for this crowd especially, but not me personally. So this, when I see a match like this, it isn't one that I look at and say, oh man, couldn't miss that one. In actuality, I could miss this because I've seen it 100 times out of these two guys especially. Tetsuya Naito defeated Zack Sabre Jr. Sabre's skill set puts him so far away from what every wrestler in New Japan does, to the point to where a guy his size and frame should be in the junior heavyweight division, if common sense would tell you. But he works so well in the heavyweight division because not a lot of people have the answers for his arsenal and have an answer for his attack. He was dominating Tetsuya Naito with submission holds in the ring, on the ramp, and the ropes, a little bit everywhere. His offense is just violent in a way that doesn't necessarily make me disbelieve, even after a suspended period of offense, like 10 minutes where he's just working on Naito. I still believe that Naito could come back and do a fiery comeback. Naito has some good deep pins too. Where I criticized this in the junior heavyweight tag finals, it's the opposite here. Naito would pin Sabre really deep to the point where I'd be like, man, maybe he can't get out of that pin, but he does. You never have to worry about that with Zack Sabre, despite the size of anybody. He'll find a way to get out of it, and that's because he's excellent at what he does. The transitions and counters in and out of the Zack driver and Destino are particularly awesome. I love that instinctively, like a second nature. When a Zack driver when Naito goes up for it, bam, knee, sets up Destino, wins. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Zack Sabre has been just aces for these guys. And Naito's going to be good at whatever he does. IWGP Intercontinental Championship, Chris Jericho defeated Evil. Jericho's get up in New Japan is so corny, but he finds a way to make it work. He's fresh off his cruise, and this is the first time in a while I've seen him look like slowed down, but he is off of a cruise that he had to help plan and had to wrestle and all that. They brawl at ringside. Jericho hits a big DDT on one of the tables. His lion salt looked really crisp. There's a chair spot outside that looked awesome. Evil put a chair around Jericho's head and slammed it into the ring post, then grabbed another chair and batted it. Really good stuff. And Jericho sold it so well, almost as if something was really wrong. And that's where you tiptoe that line and you really make that something of your own. And Jericho does that. It's weird for me to think that this Evil has been evil since before Fightful existed and was a guy that I didn't really want to watch in Ring of Honor as Takaki Watanabe. There's a really nasty table spot, which then goes into one of the ugliest sentons I've ever seen. It's also weird to see Jericho taking a big spot like Darkness Falls this late in his career. But he gets the win with a submission. Main event quality match and a great step for Evil. Jericho submits him, won't let go of the hold, and Naito makes the save. So now you're looking at Naito Jericho, Okada Switchblade, and the main event of Tanahashi Omega. And who knows if Bucks will be around. And, I mean, to me, you got to do a big Bullet Club versus Bullet Club match, too. Or Bullet Club versus Elite match. Who knows what you're going to get out of Ibushi? Will he be in the Elite as well? I don't know.